And we will left to Venezuela with the march of the Essequiba. Let's listen to the statements.
I really thank you, all of you, to students, to those from militias, to men and women from our neighborhoods, workers, women, the youth, the force that has come out today to say to the world and Venezuela that Venezuela is united and it's triumphing. People are clapping, clap, clap. At the rhythm of music. Today is a day Diosdado. Partners of a lot of remembrances, memories on this crusade march. We want to say the world that the people is loyal to Chavez, to our supreme commander. Chavez, you just cultivated the heart of our homeland. 11 years ago, a day like today, Chavez made a statement and made a very glorious statement. On December. Well, let's listen to Chavez's statements. History is alive and the struggle continues. Let's listen to it. Good night, Venezuela, Venezuelans. As you all know, besides all political, social battles, I must insist on strengthening Venezuela, on strengthening popular movements, to continue in front of this battle, in front of the Bolivarian forces, and to revoke that in that scenario, in case I passed away, you must elect Nicolas Maduro as president, because he is a person of the people. He is very intelligent, and with his leadership, he must continue in the president of the republic. So the interests of the he will take care of the interests of the people. There are going to be people who are going to try to leverage from this situation. Homeland, dear homeland, you homeland, my life is yours, my soul is yours, and my love is all yours. Chavez is alive. Long live Chavez, and he's living with us. No one can be mistaken with the people of Venezuela. 11 years, and 11 years pass by, and I have to say that we have been loyal to the oath we made with our soul to our Supreme Commander Hugo Chavez. And I have to say to Venezuelan people, thank you so much for so much loyalty, so much support, so much battles, so much force and energy. Thank you so much, people of Venezuela. Thanks to our God, first of all. God is with us. God is with us. To our Jesus Christ, who is beside us with His blessings. Our Sir Jesus Christ with us always stands. Thanks to the team of women and men of the High Command of the Bolivarian Revolution. Let's applaud to them. Thank you to the heads of communities, communes, to all of you. Thanks to the patriotic people of Venezuela. Thanks to social movements. Thanks to students, to workers, to women, to Afro-descendants. Thanks to communes and communities. Thanks to the police of the country. And special thanks to the Bolivarian Special Armed Forces, that we are very proud of them. Long live the Civic Military Union. And there, as a prophet, boys and girls, the Commander Hugo Chavez was talking about the national unity that we must strengthen. And if there is something that we have achieved in this battle, is to strengthen and build a higher level of national unity. There are lots of things we have been going through. We have been experiencing. There is so much we have experimented, and I have to thank especially to a special human being that has been standing by me as a single human being, my wife Silvia Flores, first combatant, Celia Flores, sorry. Together, forever. Together, everything is possible. That's why I tell you, we have been underestimated. I have been underestimated. And you, the people, have been underestimated as well. And so they thought, the empire thought that it was a piece of cake. But they didn't know what we have in the inside, the strength of the liberators of the Americas. And we have been facing this situation every moment. We have been facing a balance, consciousness, steadiness. And in the hardest times, I tell you that we have been very firm, without hesitation. In the most difficult times, we have been very steady, with a high awareness and top unity and mobilization, and civic and military mobilization. We made it like that, and we just won every battle. And here we are standing victorious and looking forward the future, and moving forward the future. And we have learned Collectively, we have learned. I have learned a lot myself by all of you. We are in a new situation here, advancing in 5 consensus of a struggle. We have achieved that all tributaries of the big river of the homeland reached to 5 consensus that we have to assume. The first one, the need of persevering with work and building a new model, building a new and diversified and various model that produces wealth to the country, to the domestic growth with justice for a new state gaining welfare, and we are going step by step with our own efforts. The empire thought it could smother us, but it couldn't, and it will never be able to achieve so. Second consensus is the condemnation of sanctions, of blockade, and of all threats by the imperialism. And so we demand that all sanctions against Venezuela must be lifted. Raise your hands, the ones who are against the U.S. sanctions. Sanctions must be lifted. Down those who made those sanctions. And there we are going step by step, and we are going to make it. Sooner or later, Venezuela is going to achieve that those criminal sanctions be lifted. A third consensus, pivotal, to strengthen and defend peace, not to clashes. Who are the ones against any violence actions? Who are willing for peace? If you want peace, get ready for defending it. In every street, in every community, in every avenue, in every neighborhood, we must defend peace. How is it going, the organization for peace? Don't forget, we just ended the battle of referendum, but now we are entering into a guaranteeing peace in all neighborhoods of the country, in the thousands of communities, in all parishes. We want peace. Yes or no? So let's defend the right of peace. No more violence, no more hate, no more division. Yes for peace, yes for unity, and yes for love. Let's say it in English for you to for peace and love. And peace and love. Peace and love for people. On the count of 3 for you for the US to understand. Peace and love for my people. Third consensus for peace. And fourth consensus, the most difficult one and very needed to be work on it restlessly. To recover welfare and to recover missions and protective policies for the elderly, for working on schools, building new housings, to build houses for those who don't have them. Yesterday I delivered 4.8 million houses to people, but it is still missing some. And we are going to build the necessary buildings. And now at the end of December, we got to 4.8 million houses. And in the next year, we will be building even more to deliver to the people. And we are just writing the plan. We are setting the plan for building more houses for the family of Venezuelan people to recover the welfare, and we are just making big efforts on with resources. And I said, as my mother used to say, blessed my mother and my father, Nicolas, who she told me at the hardest times when I was 80 years old, be easy, my kid, God will supply for us. And God is always providing us with His blessings, and He will guide us on social welfare. And the fifth consensus, the recovery of our Guyana Essequiba, the legacy of our liberators. Fifth consensus. And so people are just crying out, people united will never be defeated. Fifth consensus. I greet the Venezuelan movement of those chocolate producers, and there the super mustache, and those liberators of peace. For those, I greet teachers and international teachers, to youngsters of neighborhoods, and Raúl, and every one of you. And those people from Caracas, I just greet them. And those people from Magallanes and from Guaira. Raise your hands, the ones from Caracas. A big cry out. Raise your hands, the people from Magallanes. I think, as I am from Caracas, I think there is a match. Raise the hands, the ones who feel proud, who are proud of being Venezuelans. Long live Venezuela. Fifth consensus. And here I have to make some announcements. Some decrees of the fifth consensus, because the people decided on Sunday and we are going to go forward. Go ahead. So we initiated we have started a new stage on history. After 150 years, there has been awakened a very just equity and sovereign consciousness. The people exercises their sovereignty and said 5 times yes. On Sunday, what did the people say? What did the people say? 5 times yes. And there we go on that path. Did you see how the ultra-right wing is mourning? Is complaining. Get out the toad, get out the frog. The Essequiba of Venezuela is the one who wins. Did you see the U.S. imperialism reaction to dismiss the willingness of the people, to dismiss the popular sovereignty, the right of the traders, and the ultra-right wing is betraying its own country. That is treason to our homeland. Treason to our homeland. There they are, the Capriles, the Leopoldo Lopez, the Machada, the Guaidó, speaking against the people, supporting the ExxonMobil and supporting the Guyanese government. So I call for the people to denounce them. Stop of treasons. Stop the traitors. The corrupted ones. The corruption of the ultra-right wing oligarchy. And so that wind supports the ExxonMobil, and they are just puppets, garbage of the ExxonMobil, and they are supporting Machado, Julio Borges, and they said that Venezuelans don't have right over the Guyana, Venezuela. Who is telling the truth, the people of Venezuela or those traitors? And there it was the club of failed presidents, and I have the letter that they just announced yesterday. The same ones who tried to invade us on February 23rd. Do you remember that they were attempting to invade us by Brazil, and by other places? Do you remember that? And what they said? The people said that they won't cross over Venezuela, and they were stopped by our steadiness and unity. There I have the letter. Ivan Duque, drug smuggler, military, and murderer. Sebastián Piñera, Andrés Pastrana, María Anto Benítez, Mauricio Macri, Vicente Fox, José Tuto Quiroga, among other former presidents who are just failures that said that the Guyana Essequiba doesn't belong to Venezuela. Do we listen to them or do we listen to the people of Venezuela? Who supported them in Venezuela? Who did they support in Venezuela? They support two traitors, two corrupted ones as Guaidó and Machado. And traitor Julio. And the failure of Capiloca. And the Capiloca who is always defeated. And the U.S. Secretary of State also said that Venezuelans must accept the arbitration award of 1899. Do we listen to the empire or to the people? What do? I just kneeled on the empire. I will never surrender to the empire. We will never surrender to the U.S. imperialism. No one must be mistaken with Venezuela. And so people are crying out, Maduro, the people is with you. So make your analysis. Think over. I trust the critical thought of all of you, women and men of Venezuela, that listen to us on radio and on social media. So everyone must draw their conclusions. Who are defending the historical rights of Venezuela and who betrays Venezuela? Who defends the sovereignty of the popular exercise and who dismisses the sovereignty of the popular exercise? We are not cowards. We are not traitors. We are not fakers. We don't have double standards. We were born on the day that the homeland, we are just defenders of our homeland. And so I am very honored to be here on this march. Today is the day of loyalty and love. Today is Friday. It's Friday. Who knows the body? What knows the body? What does the body know? Today it's Friday. What does the body know? What happens on Fridays? We just arrive home earlier. I agree with you. Celia, don't be awake. Don't wait for me tonight. I'll go party today. So it is approved the party. So which point of the map we celebrate tonight? Long live the whole map of Venezuela. Long live the whole homeland. Long live Venezuela. so everyone can draw to their conclusions, because they have attacked the revolutionary ones. They have attacked the high school students, and I just defend the students from high schools. Long live Venezuelan youth. And today, and some days ago, I made some announcements, and the decrees are just ready to sign them and then to be disclosed in the official gazette. As Commander Chavez said in 2012, Nicolas, with the people always, and without the people, nothing. So we have searched for in a very patient way dialogue with Guyana. And they dismissed the Geneva Agreement, and they started to deliver our seas, the seas pending to be delimited, and they threatened that they can install a military base on the Guyana Essequiba. And so what do we have to do? Just to ignore that? To be cowards? To be quiet? Unfortunately, there was an accident of an helicopter, and immediately the Guyanese media accused me of having just shot down that helicopter. And there, the head of military in Guyana said it was an accident. And the helicopter was leading towards the place where the indigenous peoples placed the Venezuelan flag on the Guyana Essequiba. So, and they just didn't make it. My condolences to the people of Guyana and to the military forces, but that was a message from God. Don't dare to mess around with Venezuela. Those who attack Venezuela are just defeated. We want peace dialogue by good manners, by good offices, not by bad ways. Good ways, everything is possible, but using violence is not going to achieve anything by violence. So dialogue, respect to the rights of Venezuela and Guyana and the ExxonMobil have to sit down with us face to face sooner than later. Mostly after the willingness of the peoples expressed on December 3rd. By the good ways, everything. With the Geneva Agreement, everything is possible. With the International Court of Justice, nothing is possible. And so we are going to say it again one more time. By the good ways, everything. By the bad ways, nothing. With the Geneva Agreement, everything is possible, and with the International Court of Justice, anything. So, please pay attention, world. And so I am going to sign a decree to become it official in the official gazette. The first decree decree by means of which it is assigned Cabello as a unique authority of the state of Guyana Essequiba. Signed, approved, and it will be published, and it must be complied with to protect the peoples of the Guyana Essequiba. For them to get the missions Sucre and all the social missions there. And tomorrow, on Saturday, there will be the opening of an office for the Guyana Essequiba's people get the Venezuelan ID. The second decree by means of which I appointed a high national conviction for the defense and recovery of the Guyana Essequiba in all sectors of national life, in the political, social, and religious sectors. Approved, and I appoint the Dr. Delcy Rodriguez, head of that commission, attorney, and defending the international rights. Well, thank you, President. Greetings to the generous people of Venezuela that today is giving a battle in the defense of the Guyana Essequiba, which a territory that belongs to us for its history. All documents prove that Guyana Essequiba belongs to Venezuela, and the people of Venezuela is defending it today and the message to Guyana is clear. Don't let controlled by the ExxonMobil and the U.S. imperialism, because they are just getting advantage of you because they just want to get the Guyana Essequiba's wealth. The Guyana Essequiba is of Venezuela. So I called all sectors of the country in the national unit to debate on this strategy, on the short-term and long-term strategy to fulfill the mandate of the people that was expressed on December 3rd, that it voted. Though the third decree was by means of which it gets official, and it is established the new map of Venezuela created on December 3rd, 2023. There you can see it. So we have to disclose it in schools, high schools, homes, and so just put 3 candles for recovering all this in peace. So put it in the schools with 3 candles and pray 5 prayers for it. Decree by means of which I order the immediate creation of division of the Essequiba, of the explored oil and other natural resources in that territory. Approved, and it must be complied with. Official decree. Heard. Bolivarian Armed Forces, Aviation, National Guard. Heard. Generals, military in general. Decree by means of which it is created the new zone of defense, of comprehensive defense of Guyana Essequiba, with 3 comprehensive areas of defense in 3 different sectors of development. Approved, it must be disclosed and fulfilled. And a key issue, they have destroyed everything, biodiversity, and we must protect that. So by means, I just decreed, and there must, I declared new national parks of reserves and natural monuments of Guyana Essequiba. Signed, and it must be published, and it must be fulfilled. And I ask God and the people supports and the armed forces supports to defend more this territory, for the Venezuela remains in its full map, for Venezuela to advance in peace, to follow its glorious track of unity on December 8th. You don't know what it means to me, December 8th. Well, I better say you feel deeply that feeling of a good man, the greatest leader after Simón Bolívar, the day in which Chavez passed away. But in the end, I just revised, and I think, Commander Chavez, you said to me, and it is like that, and it will be like that. I am not longer Chavez. Chavez is you, Venezuelan woman. Chavez is you, Venezuelan kid. Chavez is you, Venezuelan man. Chavez is you, Venezuelan soldier. And we said, Chavez is everyone. Chavez is me, Chavez is everyone. And today, on December 8th, 11 years after his physical disappearance, we told Chavez, Commander Chavez, I tell Chavez, all struggle, all love for homeland has been worthy. Long live the immortal spirit of Commander Chavez. Long live the military civic of Venezuela. Long live Venezuela United. And today, more than ever, we said, the sun of Venezuela is set in the Essequibo. Long live homeland, and thank you very much. We will continue fighting. We will continue triumphing over. And let's hear the music. So the song is saying the Essequibo is ours.
And we were listening to the statements of the President Nicolas Maduro. He thanked the people gathered in defense of the territory of Essequibo. He also pointed out that the people is showing the world that Chavez is still present in the country and that people are united. Furthermore, he expressed that the need to build a new state of prosperity and made the necessary efforts in order to achieve this. More breaking news coming up. Stay tuned.